So today I'm going to be going over expanding double brackets. So the general rule is that a plus b in brackets and c plus d in brackets is equal to ac plus ad plus bc plus bd. And then once you've expanded them, you can simplify them, but in this case we cannot do any simplification. So I recommend pausing the video, trying these questions yourself, then come back to watch the solutions. So part A, we've got x plus 3 in brackets and x minus 5 in brackets. So let's expand these. So the first thing you do is you multiply the x by the x, and then the x by the minus 5. So the x by the thing on the left and the x on the thing on the right, and then we multiply 3 by the thing on the left and 3 by the thing on the right. So if we do x multiplied by x, that is x squared. And if we do x multiplied by negative 5, that is negative 5x. And now if we do the 3 by the x, that is 3x. And now if we do the 3 by the negative 5, that is going to be a negative 15. But we can simplify this, so it becomes x squared minus 2x as negative 5x plus 3x. Well, you find the difference, which is 2, but you know it's going to be negative, so it becomes negative 2x. And then minus 15, we can't simplify that anymore. So the final answer would be x squared minus 2x minus 15, as we have simplified it by collecting the like terms, so in this case it was the x's. Okay, part B. So we multiply the 2x by the x, so we get 2x squared. Then we multiply the 2x by the 4, so we get 8x. And then we multiply the negative 3 by x, so we get negative 3x. And then we multiply negative 3 to 4, so we get negative 12. Again, we can simplify it, so it becomes 2x squared plus 5x, as 8 minus 3 is 5, and then minus 12. So the final answer would be 2x squared plus 5x minus 12. Okay, part C. So we have x minus 6 in brackets and x minus 2 in brackets. So let's multiply the x by the x to get x squared, the x by the negative 2 to get negative 2x, the negative 6 by x to get negative 6x, and the negative 6 multiplied by negative 2, well, that becomes positive 12, as a negative multiplied by a negative is a positive, and 2 multiplied by 6 is 12. So we can now simplify it by collecting the like terms, so in this case the x's, so we'd get x squared minus 8x, as 6 plus 2 is 8, and you know it's going to be negative, plus 12. So that would be the final answer. Okay, part D. So we have 3x plus 2 in a bracket and 2x minus 5 in a bracket. So let's multiply this out. So 3 multiplied by 2x, that is going to be 6x squared. As 3 multiplied by 2 is 6, but x multiplied by x is x squared. And then we can do 3x multiplied by negative 5, so that would become a negative 15x. And then we can multiply the 2 by 2x to get 4x, as 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, and then it's an x, so it'd be 4x. And then we multiply the 2 by negative 5 to get negative 10. So now we can simplify it by collecting the like terms, so the x's. So it'd become 6x squared minus 11x, as the difference between 15 and 4 is 11, but you know it's going to be negative as you're taking away a bigger number, and then minus 10. So 6x squared minus 11x minus 10 is the final answer. Okay, so I'm now going to be going over some harder expansion questions. So pause the video, try the questions yourself, then come back to watch the solutions. So part A, we have half outside the brackets, and then we have x plus 4 and x minus 6. So the first thing I would do in this question is expand the double brackets and then worry about the half. So half brackets. So now we expand the double brackets as usual. So we get x squared minus 6x plus 4x minus 24. And now we can simplify what's inside the brackets. So it's going to be x squared minus 2x, as the difference between 6 and 4 is 2, and we know it's going to be negative, minus 24. So now we can worry about the half. So we multiply the half by everything in the bracket. So it's going to become half x squared minus x minus 12. So the first term, we can either have it as half x squared, or we can have it as x squared over 2. That's the same thing. And then the negative 2x divided by 2 is negative x, and negative 24 divided by 2 is negative 12. So that would be the final answer. Okay, part B. So we have 2 over 3 outside the brackets, and then we have x minus 5 and x plus 3. So again, let's expand the double brackets. So we get x squared plus 3x minus 5x minus 15. So now let's simplify what's inside the brackets. So we get 2 over 3 x squared minus 2x minus 15. So now we can multiply what's inside the bracket by the thing outside of the brackets. So we'll get 2x squared over 3 minus 4 over 3x minus 30 over 3. But we can simplify it. So the 2 over 3x squared we can't simplify. We can't simplify the negative 4 over 3x, but we can simplify the negative 30 over 3, because that becomes negative 10, as 30 divided by 3 is 10. So the final answer would be 2 over 3x squared minus 4 over 3x minus 10. Okay, so part C is x plus 7 in brackets squared. So a common mistake would be to square the x and square the 7. So a common mistake students would write is x squared plus 49, but that is not the answer, and I'll explain why now. So with x plus 7 in the brackets squared, we are basically doing x plus 7 multiplied by x plus 7, like when you're squaring any other number. So it'd be x plus 7 in brackets multiplied by x plus 7 in brackets. So we are doing a double bracket expansion like we were doing before. So we can work this out. So it'd be x multiplied by x, which is x squared, x multiplied by 7, which is 7x, again 7 multiplied by x, which is 7x, and then 7 multiplied by 7, which is 49. So now we can simplify this, so it becomes x squared plus 14x plus 49. So as you can see, it's not just x squared plus 49, it's x squared plus 14x plus 49. So it's a slightly different answer than what a lot of students think it is. So that's a silly mistake to make. So don't mess up on that, and then you get the final answer, which is this. Okay, final question. We have 2x minus 5 in brackets squared. So again, like before, it's going to be 2x minus 5 multiplied by 2x minus 5. So now we can expand the bracket out. So 2x multiplied by 2x, that's going to be 4x squared, as we do the 2 multiplied by 2, which is 4, and the x multiplied by x, which is x squared. So now we can do the 2x multiplied by negative 5, which is going to be negative 10x, and the negative 5 multiplied by 2x, which again is going to be negative 10x, and then negative 5 multiplied by negative 5, well, it's going to be positive 25, as a negative multiplied by negative is a positive. So now we can simplify this to get 4x squared minus 20x plus 25. So that would be the final answer. Click this video that YouTube picked for you to ace your exams.